Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independent Street NOLA, and I'm here to talk about this full moon in Aquarius that is happening today on August 11th, 2022. As we all know, when it's a full moon, that means the sun and the moon are opposite of each other, and it's Leo season, so the sun is in Leo. And so the moon, now that it's in Aquarius, is opposite Leo, and so we have this full moon. It's reflecting the rays of the sun. This full moon is a super moon. Which means it appears to be closer to the Earth. And also we are having a grand cross at the same time. And so this is a lot of energy that we're moving through right now, you guys. Like, this is coming on the heels of the peak of the Lion's Gate, which was on 8/8. And so now we're having this full moon. And to me, I am an Aquarius, and to me, this full moon is all about bringing it back to basics. Okay? When I was talking to some of my friends, and I was like, it's like full mooning 101. Okay? It's time just to write down what it is that no longer serves you and put it on a piece of paper. You can write full moon Aquarius, release, and then write down what it is, and then burn it, and then take those ashes and not in your backyard or front yard or your neighbor's yard, but take them somewhere else and put them back onto the earth. Put them into a pond or just return them to the earth. But it's really a time of just a deep release. And this moon is known as the dispute moon, D-I-S-P-U-T-E, dispute moon. And so this was a time that we are all supposed to settle our disputes in order to have a good harvest. And so, and I really feel like that is what's happening. And it's important, though, you guys, to make sure you're settling these disputes that you are holding within yourselves, okay? This is a really good time to have those talks and with yourself, and to tell yourself, you know, you're no longer that person, or you no longer believe that story. You do see or feel, and even if you don't see or feel, right, 100% right now, that you are someone else, you know, but you do know for a fact that you're not that person anymore, the other person, the old person, or whatever that situation was. That's, you know, 50%, I say 90%. When you decide that you're not that person anymore, that's like 90%. It was battle right there, you guys. So it's important to really, really focus in on that. It's really, really important to focus in on allowing who it is that you're meant to be now to show up. Okay, and sometimes we think we're supposed to figure the stuff out and know exactly what these things mean, or these moons are trying to show us or tell us. And the reality of it is, sometimes it's just energy, right? It's just energy, new energy coming in, and you can feel that new energy. It doesn't, you know, if you believe in past lives or soul contracts, you know, you're not going to be told, you know, you're clearing out the karma from 6/2 with Lord so-and-so and Lady this and this. You know, you don't know, you know, because we're humans right now, right? So we don't know. So it's really important just to ask for that release and surrender to it and allow whatever's new that's supposed to come in. Aquarius, to me, I am an Aquarius, is clarity. You know, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and, you know, Uranus has been very, very busy. It's in Mars right now. It's part of this grand cross, and it's the rebellion, right? But it's the rebellion. It's the conscious rebellion, and we're here and we're in it. And the signs, you guys, are all around us that we are in this new energy, and so it's here. You know, I wish you guys could trust me, because I see it, because I see what's happening around us that's not staying around, and you know, that narcissistic energy is leaving the planet. It really is. You know, the fact that, you know, DT got raided and put into a deposition, no matter what you guys think of, whatever your political views are, he is a narcissist. He is a narcissist. And the fact that this happened, along with a bunch of other things that I've been seeing, is signaling the collective conscious has shifted when it comes to narcissists, okay? And that's just really important for you guys to, you know, to notice that and kind of latch on to. You know, people that were just like mean and controlling, you know, all that energy that was here is really leaving the earth, and it doesn't mean there's still not going to be like shitty people or like mean people. It's just this idea of the gaslighting and the deflecting and all the illusion and like, why do I keep putting myself in this? All that is leaving. It is really leaving the earth. The grand cross that's happening, that tension, it's really, it's here. Just so it's releasing that. If you can think, like you've got to put bones back into place and you got to hold it, and Helen was talking about, devices that would stretch people apart, and she's right. I do agree with her with that. There is this tension with this. So when you see the full moon tonight, or if you can't see it and you just see a photo of it, just ask it for release, and if you write a list and burn it and then you think of another list, write that list. There's no limitations. Just write everything that you guys want to get rid of. Settle these disputes, and settle these disputes within yourself. I keep tapping my heart, right? Because we are coming back to this idea of love. Just real quick, Leo, right? We were talking about Leo and the consciousness of fire. And Leo is a fire sign, which is where the sun is right now. And the sun is a masculine sign. But Leo rules emotion and strength, and like we were talking about, emotion was usually like a lady feeling trait, and then strength was like a man. Do you like those? I was like lady and man, and strength was usually like a man thing, right? But the reality of it is, it's a balance. It's emotion and strength. Like we all have those characteristics. It's not masculine or feminine. It just works together. And when we start bringing that back into balance within ourselves, no matter how we present or, who we are or what our pronouns are, we are coming into balance. But one of the things is that we're coming back into the heart. And I always talk about, Uranus being the cosmic mind, right? Which I also believe a lot is the heart. And I know I'm kind of going out there, but the idea is, we're in Leo season, okay? The moon, where the sun is, the moon is our intuition. This moon is bringing in clarity. This full moon is bringing in release, and it's releasing all those old paradigms of what a man should be and what a woman should be. And those old paradigms of, here, I'm coming back around, those old paradigms of just strength and greed and power, right? That conscious fire is like knowing what fire does, and the consciousness, sorry you guys, the consciousness being known, I'm going to try and wait this out because I don't want to start this over. Being known, the consciousness of fire, knowing what fire does, but seeing how that inspires people, right? It's not that power of fire, which is greed, and we're going back to this fire because of Leo season. And so I really feel like this is important now with this full moon, because the full moon is about release. So it is releasing that old paradigm of the power of fire, because we are in this Leo season, along with this grand cross that's creating this tension. In a grand cross, and we discussed this, Helen and I did, it's when planets are 90 degrees apart. And this one is a little bit special because there's more than one planet in each sign that's involved in this cross. So that's a lot of energy, that's a lot of movement, but it's with this Aquarius full moon, so it's a lot of release. And it's important to you guys, to me, have this conversation, settle these disputes within yourselves, come back into your heart. We were taught for a long time that, beauty and love wasn't the route to take. And we were, taught that in so many ways. It was always like, no, knowledge and power was what it was that we were supposed to have, knowledge and power. And that was demonstrated when Eris threw the apple. And Paris decided what was the most important, or what did he want. And he didn't choose knowledge or power. He chose love. He chose beauty. And then the Trojan War happened. So that's how they rewarded him, right? And that's that story that we've been taught. And that story is now over. And it's also an interesting fact that the person who had to choose was named Paris. And it is said that Paris, like Paris, France, might have been named after the goddess Isis. And so Para-Isis, or Paris, how they split it up was basically a grove of like fruit trees in a grove to Isis, the goddess Isis. Well, if they didn't want us to, worship Isis anymore, well, what are they going to do, right? If Isis is the mother, right? She is, the Black Madonna. She's all these things, right? If Isis is the mother, and that wasn't what they wanted the main message to be, well, and Isis was, loving, beauty, but they wanted things like knowledge and power to take over that. Well, what are they going to teach us? They're going to teach us if you choose love, oh, well, you're going to start a war and destroy everything, right? So realize that. It is important for us to start coming back into our hearts. It is important for us to start loving ourselves. It is important for us to start seeing the consciousness of beauty. It is important for this Leo season to see how we all are strength and emotion, and we can take pride in that. And it is important for this full moon in Aquarius for us to settle these disputes that don't allow us to get there, or that whatever came up that made us no longer believe in that. You can choose love, you can choose beauty, and you can also be knowledgeable, right? And you can find great strength in that. It's not an either or. It can be an and. Yeah. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to leave it there. Full moon Aquarius. We're getting this clarity. It's full moon in 101. It's keeping it simple. Bringing it back to basics. Make your list. Settle those disputes. Burn it safely, you know what I mean? Do not burn your goddamn house down or your fucking car because you're transporting ashes and then they light back up, okay? Be smart. And have a very, very happy and releaseful full moon. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.